talk about your sales.
First year we did $13,000 in sales.
And what year was that?
2017. 2018 we did 57,000.
Okay, and 2019?
2019 was about 54 to 57. It was pretty much flat.
And how are you selling them?
March of 2017, I walked into a Whole Foods. At that time, Whole Foods was allowed to bring in local products in their region. And so while I still have my full-time job, I'm going into production during the week.
Yourself, you're putting them in the package, you're delivering them to the stores. But at least you're hustling to see if there's any proof of concept, right?
Exactly, I'm proving the concept.
Is it selling through?
Yes.
So you're working a full-time job still?
I got laid off in March due to COVID. All our hotel business left. I know for a lot of people, that would be like a negative. I looked at it as a blessing, you know, from God, and because I get to work on Go Oats full time.
So what do you sell this bag for?
I sell it into distribution at $2.66.
That's all?
Yes.
And what does it cost you to make?
$1.35.
Well, that's the problem. You're not charging enough.
They sell it for $4.99.
That's not enough.
Okay.
That is not enough.
Everything above your cost has to have $1 added to it because you're not making enough margins to scale this business.
I'd like to make you an offer. I'll give you the $150,000 as you ask, but I will have to have 25%.
Ouch.
Okay.
And the second thing, I'm going to help you with the big box stores. Once you start getting into the big box stores, you're going to have slotting fees. Just getting your phone call met, it is a nightmare. Very few people are able to navigate that and do it well. So for that 25%, you will have my help on that. And I know that landscape like the back of my hand. So $150,000 for 25%, what do you say?
Do I have the option to kind of like hear out if there's anything else? I appreciate your offer.
No, I don't want to be, I really don't care for it to be shopped around, but you can certainly give me a counter if you wish.
So
Nahum, this is a moment of focus because the risk you have is if you don't nail this deal, you don't know if there's more to come.
Burn the hand.
If there isn't, you're giving her tremendous leverage. So you really need help, buddy. I mean, you really do.
Why don't you be quiet, Mr. Wonderful?
I do need the help, and I love Barbara. For that amount of equity, like, I was hoping that maybe I can, who's your best friend on the panel? You know, who do you get along with the most? Like, could you pull them into
Well,
this?
let me tell you who I don't like. I don't like Mr. Wonderful at all.
Okay.
But I love Mark because he's a billionaire. Now, what does that have to do with it?
My hope is that, like, I was hoping we could have a conversation if we're gonna go that high in equity, like maybe you could bring one of your friends, like.
Let me tell you what's wrong with having two sharks on a deal. You wind up immediately forming a committee. I have to check, let's say I bring Mark in. I check with Mark. Mark says, hey, let's see what Barbara thinks. It goes back and forth. I try to call Lori. It takes me 2 weeks to get a return call, and that's the truth, okay? Okay. But then I call her husband, and he calls me back because he's always wanted to date me. So it goes on and on and on.
That's amazing.
So you're better off with one shark. In the same way you're better with one wife. You could hyper-focus on her and make her happy. I can make you happy.
Okay.
Do you have a counter offer?
Would you be willing to do 150 grand for 15%?
No, it's just too low. What do you say we compromise at 20? Big moment for you here. You get this shot once.
Okay.
Bingo!
Got a deal.
You made the right choice.
You made a great choice.
Right choice.
Great product.
I know we can't hug, but
Such a good product.
Holy
Love your
Spirit.
product.
Great job.
Love you,
Great
baby.
job.